You don't have to carry grief all the time in the forefront. It can still be there, but you have more than one damn pocket.
Welcome all you brides and grooms. It's time for another episode of Cozy Quilt Cinema. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Beth, rocking out to Wilson Phillips like no one's watching. Every week, Michelle and I, we curl up on the couch, we watch a movie. It's what we do. And then we carry it into the studio, we pull it apart, and we pull it apart like Cher Horowitz going through her closet. It's not a critical review, but it is going to be fairly critical. Does it still catch in your throat when the friendship finally splinters? Or are we Annie, too proud to ask for help at 30,000 feet? Pull your grandmother's quilt off the back of your couch, nestle in, and listen to us talk about this movie.
Okay.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my thing.
Okay. Works for me.
You can choose where that came from. It doesn't matter.
So we are doing the 2011 movie Bridesmaids.
True enough, we are.
Yes. Bet's a little slap happy and I'm a little froggy. So I think,
Slap Happy and Froggy, that's our name.
that's our name.
That's our title. That's our TV show. Hey, we got a TV show.
Hey.
It's a crime-fighting duo, Slap Happy and Froggy.
And we have a cat.
I'm the rebel. I'm Slap Happy. I'm a little bit rebellious.
You have to go around slapping
You're
people.
the Froggy who is very much by the book.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of that one actor that I always think of whenever I think of Froggy. I can never remember his name. 70s blonde. He did a lot of Muppet Show stuff. Glasses, plays piano. He's not just an actor. I can't think of his name.
I'm Slap Happy right now, so I'd have no idea.
Yeah, but that's what I think of when anybody says Froggy.
Awesome.
He played Gus in a movie about frogs.
Okay. I believe you that there are a movie about frogs in which there's a guy named Gus.
Paul something?
Paul Feig, because I know one.
Yeah, well, there we go. He directed our lovely film, Bridesmaids.
You gotta love that segue.
I know, and it wasn't even intentional. But before we do, how was your week?
I am tired. I'm so very, very tired.
Yes.
I haven't been sleeping well, but
No.
that comes and goes. You people know what I'm talking about.
Well, apparently, I thought years ago I purchased really expensive, Amazon 5-star grade lungs, but apparently I got Temu lungs because I had did you know you can have allergy-induced bronchitis? I did not. Apparently, that's what happened last week.
I've had hate-induced bronchitis, so I think you can.
So I lost my voice for a while. There's a good chance we may have to break so I can cough my brains out. But I am doing better.
You sound great. I mean...
Oh, yeah, I had no voice. No
just
voice.
Just a day ago.
Yeah.
So you're being a real trooper right now. There's a state trooper in this film.
I know there is. Country state trooper.
Not a country state trooper. It's an international state trooper. He just roams from country to country.
He does.
Being a state trooper in places which there are no states.
Okay, so here's the IMDb. It goes like this. And it goes a little something like this. Hit it. Okay.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know.
I'm editing that out.
You're mean to me. Okay.
I'm editing that out. I have the power. Go ahead. You can do your thing. I'm not going to edit it. It's fine.
Annie is hitting bottom in Milwaukee. Okay. Her bakery is shuttered. Her boyfriend gone. Her flatmate's hideous. And she puts up with Ted, an uncaring occasional sex partner. But she has Lillian, her best friend since childhood. When Lillian gets engaged, she asks Annie to be her maid of honor and introduces her to the 4 Bridesmaids, an eclectic group that includes Helen, Lillian's wealthy and beautiful new friend, Helen instantly gets under Annie's skin, and competition for Lillian's affection and confidence ensues. Helen undercuts Annie's ideas, and Annie is soon out of control. Even Rhodes, a friendly, attentive cop, can't calm her. Will Annie lose Lillian's friendship and more? And that was by J. Haley at... I'm not going to say the rest of that because that's basically sounds like an email address, and I don't want people sending this person email.
Okay. That's appropriate,
Okay.
I think. But good on
So thank you,
them,
Jay
so.
Haley.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the IMDb.
Excellent. You did a great job.
I like reading the IMDb's.
I know you do.
I get to emote.
Your body's a roadmap of pain. That's another one.
My lungs. We already did that movie.
I know. I love The Frighteners. It was a good movie.
I know, it was a good movie. So.
I mean, it was not a good movie.
No, it's not.
But it was a good movie in the sense of, like, it's a good movie because you like it. Not because it's great. Not because it's well done.
It's no masterpiece, but it is a good movie.
Well, let's talk about who was in this movie. Who directed it, baby?
Paul Feig. Right? Did I say that wrong? I mean,
no, you said it right.
Okay, because I wrote it. I literally wrote it phonetically so I wouldn't forget.
So Paul Feig is one of those people that I adore him. Okay, I adore him for a lot of reasons. Okay, there's a couple of things about Paul Feig you have to know. I'm gonna kind of expand on Paul here a little bit.
Okay.
He used to do stand up.
Yes.
And when he did stand up, he dressed down like every other stand-up comedian did. Mm-hmm. He wore t-shirt, jeans, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's the way he dressed when he wrote and stuff like that. And so every time he appeared or he was working, he was dressed up in jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then he changed. He always liked wearing suits. Mm-hmm. And he just felt that it was inappropriate to wear it in the places where he worked.
Okay.
I think he was inspired, and I can't remember exactly what he was inspired by, but he started wearing his suits again. And he really loves wearing a suit. So now that's what he wears. He doesn't expect other people to do it. He enjoys doing it, so he does it. And I think that's pretty rebellious.
And I think it's a definite, wear what you like. What makes you happy. It shouldn't, I hate when they're like, you're this age or you're that age. And yeah, okay. Do I think that 13-year-old little girl should be wearing booty shorts? No, but mostly because nobody's ass should be hanging out in public. I don't care what age you are. But also, if it makes you happy wearing a suit and tie, like we were talking about the metallic eyeliner and where to wear it.
Sure.
And I'm like thinking to myself, if I could make it look good, I'll wear it all the time and I don't care. I just have to figure out how to make it work.
Well, with Paul, it was not so much a statement of rebellion, but it was a rebellion in a way. When you're different from everyone else,
yeah,
that makes you the rebel.
Yeah.
And so in a way he was. And you'll get why, because I'm going to tell you what he's done. So one of my favorite shows, such a good show, Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, it's a great show.
Excellent show, and I loved it. I wished it lasted longer.
And so many people came from that show.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have a host of people that came up on that show. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why they are who they are now and why they're household names now. And then we have The Office, U.S. Mm-hmm. He was the tastemaker. He was the person who made sure they were always on topic.
Yeah.
Because as an office, like any, office would be, they would be referencing things that are happening in the now. Yeah. And he made sure that happened. And then we have Arrested Development.
Oh, my God.
Who the hell can't find something in Arrested Development that just hits you right where it needs to?
There's so many things about Arrested Development.
You have the cringe of The Office. You have the satire of Freaks and Geeks, of the daily life.
Oh, yeah, of teenagers and preteens, yeah.
So he really is able to hit those notes. And he's also done like movies like The Heat, with Sandra Bullock. Mm-hmm. He did Spy with Melissa McCarthy.
And who else was in? I just saw somebody else in Spy.
Well, Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah. Also, I think Rose Byrne is in Spy. Is that who I wrote in here? Okay, somebody's in Spy with them.
Okay, well, you should know that before
I should
you say
have.
something.
Well, it was like one of those things where I thought, oh, I'll remember.
Well, we also have Ghostbusters 2016.
Yes.
Not greatly received, but this isn't about Ghostbusters.
Nope.
It was the all-female reboot, which
has its problems, but also
sure.
I enjoyed in the sense that it was some of my favorite actresses, again, together. Leslie Jones, that woman can get it no matter what, because
sure.
she is an Amazon. She is just amazing. She is funny as fuck, and I wouldn't mess with her in any way.
I'm with you on that.
I love Leslie Jones. So yeah, this is he's done a lot of our favorites. So this movie was co-written by Kristen Wiig, Paul Feig, and Annie Mumolo, which I'm probably saying her name wrong. Now we're going to go over Kristen's background in a minute. We just talked a little bit about Paul, but Annie's done a lot of stuff. So she's one of those actresses that you see her face, you just don't know who she is. Again, we do that. We have a lot of those people. But what I like
I think those are the better ones. Those are the people that are they're viscerally involved.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you see the people who are the glam,
mm-hmm.
but then you have these people, they are so into the scene. They're in the action, and they're hardly ever noticed. But if they weren't there, you would absolutely realize something's missing.
Oh, 100%. And the thing I think is funny, because I marked 2 of her things. She does a lot of voiceovers and cartoons and video games. She's done like an episode of this and an episode of that. But she was in 104 episodes of Curious George.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is adorable.
I mean, it's important to understand her background. She was in the Groundlings.
Mm-hmm.
That is the shit right there. I mean, if you're in the Groundlings, I mean, you have an expertise that no one else does.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely.
I mean, almost no one else. There are a couple other groups.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Second City and SNL.
But these are like...
The Groundlings are like, a lot of people who even end up in SNL start out in the Groundlings.
Yeah, it's the improv elite.
Oh, yeah.
In a lot of ways. But yeah, she did Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar.
Mm-hmm.
Joy, Hysteria.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's been in a lot of things.
But what I think is funny is, so like I said, she was in Curious George. She was the anxiety mom in the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
But she played nervous airplane passenger in this movie, which I thought was funny. Anxiety and nervous.
Job.
Yes.
She does such a good job, man. She makes you really feel that nervousness.
Oh, yeah. And then she's just over Kristen Wiig at that one point. Yeah. But yeah, so those were our 3 co-writers for this film.
Right. And I think they did such a good job on this.
They did.
I mean, I think this movie is just, it's not going to get its due.
No, because it's female-led.
But it's a secret, excellent movie. It is one that just, every time you think it can't possibly top itself, it does so without going so far out of the way that you think, I can't deal with this anymore. It pulls you right to the edge of it.
No, I mean, and that's the beauty about this film is it does have, it ebbs and it flows. So you've got that fucking crazy off the wall comedy where you are going, that's not, oh my God, that's happening. And then the next minute you're having an emotional moment where it's like, I relate to you so deeply.
Right, where you're watching the breakup movie that you always cry to kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Sure, but let's talk about who was in it, because I keep diverting us.
That's okay, and I've got a lot of people, even though some of them are just from my own personal
there are so many people, and we're probably not going to line up on this.
No, we probably aren't, because I just added somebody just for S's and G's. Okay,
because we were supposed to
talk about it beforehand.
Talk about what actors were in our list, and we did not do it. So
and we could totally pause the recording right now and do that.
We're not going to do that.
But we're not going to do that.
No.
So we have Kristen Wiig, who plays Annie, and what I have down for her is obviously the femme version of Ghostbusters, and she was in the Skeleton Twins with Bill Hader, which has one of my favorite little moments where they are singing, like
Right.
they're lip syncing together. I've actually never seen that movie, but now I really need to.
Well, I've got Saturday Night Live, which of course, the Skeleton Twins is one I have as well, and Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar.
Yes.
So those are the ones I have. Now, she is excellent in this film. I think she holds the movie together, but she also kind of pulls it apart at any given moment. And I think we'll talk about it. I'm going to I keep wanting to talk about the movie, and that's a good sign.
Oh, no, definitely. We have Maya Rudolph, who I love so deeply. Let's put it this way, I love her on a level of family. And I've never met her. But there's just something about Maya Rudolph, like, you know that when you become her friend, you are her friend in death. I mean, like, you are going to be her friend forever. And that woman has a huge circle of friends.
I just love that she kept Holtz and Jake alive. So I love her for that.
I mean, I'll go back to Brooklyn.
She does the work, goddammit.
I'll go back to Brooklyn Nine-Nine in a minute. But what our friend, so she's in Wine Country.
Yeah.
But we have to see that one. But what I love about her is one of many, 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 many things. But her and I share a love for the dear and departed Prince.
Yeah.
But her more so than me ever on any nuclear scale. Her and Gretchen Lieberman have a cover tribute band called Princess. And they travel around singing Prince songs. And I swear to God, if it ever comes nearby to us, we're seeing them.
Are they actually touring?
Yes. They tour sometimes.
Okay, I would see that. Yeah.
Yes. Just to see Maya Rudolph in general, but just also Maya Rudolph singing fucking Prince songs. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that. I want to hear it with my ear holes.
With my ear holes. Okay, so a couple of people have very, very small parts, like Terry Crews.
Well, hold on. I didn't tell you mine. You just wanted to jump over it.
I love Terry.
You gave Maya all the love. And
I gave her
and then
all the
led
love.
me away from it. But Maya was in Idiocracy. She was also in Away We Go and Big Mouth as the voice of the hormone monstress, which is very like Maya. You can tell.
You can hear it's her voice no
Yeah.
matter what. Well, funnily enough, Terry Crews was also in Idiocracy.
He was.
And he has a small
the
part.
president.
Yes. And he has a very small part in this movie, but it is a dynamic moment. He is a boot camp thingy. And they're at the park.
Trainer.
Yeah, he's a trainer. And he's doing his group, and they're hiding behind a tree doing it because they didn't want to pay. And he catches them. And it's just Terry Crews. But Terry Crews, it's unnatural for me to see him curse because he is always going to be Terry.
Oh, yeah. You don't expect it.
From Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Sure.
So, Terry Jeffords. Then we have Rebel Wilson, who plays Bryn. I didn't know if you had anything for Terry.
Well, I have Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Nine-Nine!
Nine-Nine!
But, damn it.
So stupid.
And we have Rebel Wilson then, who plays Bryn, who is one of Annie's roommates.
She was in Pitch Perfect 2, and Pitch Perfect 3, The Reckoning.
The Wrath of Khan.
I don't know if she was in 3. I was making it up. I know she was in 1 and 2.
But, so...
I don't have her listed.
Oh, that's okay.
Because she has a very small part.
She does. I mean, it's come and go. She's got that god-awful tattoo.
It's pretty bad.
So...
But we'll talk about it. Yeah,
I have her in, she was unfortunately in the worst thing I've never seen, but I know it exists.
The worst thing you've never seen? That's
Cats.
terrible.
I have seen Cats on Broadway at the Evergreen Theater.
We have Cats in
the Wintergreen Theater. Oh, God, I don't remember the name of the theater anymore. They used to advertise it all the time. But I saw Cats live on stage, and knowing that I was excited about them doing the movie. And then I saw what they were going to do.
Was this the like computer generated movie?
Yeah, where they look like weird
horrifying?
people in pajamas. Yes.
Okay.
And she played Jenny Any Dots. And she's also in, which I did not know, but last year they did a Romeo and Juliet, and she played Lady Capulet, which I can see her pulling that off. Lady Capulet's a little crazy off the wall.
We'll say that. Okay.
So so Annie's other roommate is Bryn's brother, Gil, played by Matt Lucas.
You don't have Matt on here either, but I can tell you that he was in Community.
He was in oh my God, I forgot about
He had a
Community.
small part in Community.
What's funny is
And
he
in
was playing
Argo.
like
No, not Argo.
No, not Argo. In Community, he was playing a knockoff Doctor Who kind of a fanboy.
Right.
Okay. He was in Doctor Who as Nardole, and we also know him as one of our beloved hosts who's no longer a host on the Great British Baking Show.
Absolutely. Loved him on that.
Love him and Noel together. They make me so happy.
I know he's playing an insufferable part in this movie, but I really
love
do
Matt
like
Lucas.
him. I do like him a
know.
lot.
Matt Lucas is, from all that I've ever seen about him, a genuinely nice guy.
You know,
I don't know
I
enough
want to
about
say
him.
that, but the way the world is, every time I say someone's a really nice person,
I find out
you
something
find out
horrible.
that they used to torture puppies. And so,
like, I know people lost their shit about him.
From our perspective, he's a nice guy.
Because, like, when he was on Great British Baking Show, he like lost a bunch of weight, like right before that, and people were like all pissy about it. Well, you're on this baking show and you won't eat anything. But I think he had diabetes or something in his family background, and he was trying to do preemptive.
Yeah, he's trying to get healthier for himself.
I hate when people,
and that's fine.
You know, I mean, and I'm not going to discuss Rebel Wilson's weight loss because bless her, and if she can do it, she can do it.
She's doing what she's doing.
And she looks amazing.
We don't deal with people's bodies.
I almost wish I had the money to do what they do. So we have Wendy McClendon Covey, who played Rita. And I added her on here because she is one of the bridesmaids.
Absolutely. She did Reno 911.
That's what I have. Deputy Clementine.
She was also in The Office. She had a small part in there as the Canadian concierge.
Yes.
The Goldbergs, that was her series. Her led series. And Rules of Engagement.
Isn't she in that new St. Denis, too, that we're not too fond of?
St. Denis. I keep calling it St. Denise, and I think that's better. I think that's where they failed, by calling St. Denis and not St. Denise. It's
not that I have a problem with the show. We just don't find it as funny as we were hoping it to be.
Well, no, here's the thing. I think you have great writers, and I think you have great actors. The problem is none of the writers are writing for the actors, and the actors aren't acting for the writers. I think there's
a disconnect.
I just think it's not working for them. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe they've gotten better, and I'm just I have expectations.
We
of
have only
something
really
else.
watched a few episodes of the first season, and those are always the worst things.
And maybe we should try it later on. But honestly, if they haven't caught your attention by then, it's really hard for them to keep going when they can't keep an audience.
I mean, I get that, but I also didn't watch Supernatural until like season 5, so...
Yeah, but I did. So I was already doing it for you. There was already someone watching it. I don't know that a lot of people are watching St. Denis.
I don't know. They keep making more seasons, so I have no clue.
I mean, I want them to do well. I don't think anyone should do badly, but
no.
I want them to do well and actually be good. You know?
Yeah.
She's brilliant, though. She deserves every accolade she gets.
Funny.
She does everything. She kills herself for her parts.
Oh, yes, yes.
You can see that in Reno 911.
And honestly, her and Niecy Nash in Reno 911,
yeah.
I love me some Niecy.
Niecy's awesome.
I love Niecy Nash. Okay. Ellie Kemper played Becca, the youngest bridesmaid.
This is true. And I was surprised because I forgot she was in it.
I did too. And I had the clue last week with her and John Hamm, and I still forgot she was in this movie.
Okay, you're going to notice that there are a lot of people that are in The Office and other things like it. It's because
they all work together.
Paul Feig, yeah. I mean, he's going to bring in people he knows and loves.
Yeah.
And he truly does love the people he works with, and you can tell. She was in The Office as Erin. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which we enjoyed, and the Rutherford Falls, which I think we've only seen like 2 episodes of. It's got remember. It's not Andy Bernard, but
oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of him. Every character he plays, he always reminds me of somebody I want to punch in the face.
Well, that's kind of his. That's his thing. That's
you know
his
who else is like that? It's Arquette. What's his face? Job from
David Arquette.
Is it David Arquette? It's one of the Arquettes. It's the one.
It's one of the Arquettes.
The one in Arrested Development, Job.
No, I get you.
Yeah, I can't
understand
stand
who you're
him.
talking about.
I cannot. He was married to Amy Poehler, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can't stand the man. And it's not him. It's just I don't like the characters he plays. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's only one exception: Lego Batman, because he pulls off stupid, arrogant Lego Batman
It's true.
very well.
And oddly hot.
Lego Batman. He's a Lego.
Sorry. Other than Michael Keaton, he's the hottest of the Batman.
He's a Lego.
I know. Very hot Lego.
Okay, so then we have my other favorite. This movie's got so many people who I love.
So many people, you're going to lose your voice.
I know. Melissa McCarthy played Megan, who is, I love her.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about the character, but let's talk about what she was in. Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls.
That is our
Sookie
jam.
St. James.
She was in The Heat,
Yes.
which, that's a Paul Feig.
Mm-hmm.
And Can You Ever Forgive Me? Do you have anything else?
The female Ghostbusters yet
Right.
again.
Yeah.
No, I really kind of kept it pretty simple for her because I was just trying to do like one or two for each person.
Sure.
And sometimes you grab them from me.
I do. I take every one of them I can. I want you to feel left out. Like,
Awesome.
you don't have anything. I took it all.
That's okay because I didn't add Lillian's husband in here, and I know you know who he is.
Who's Lillian's husband?
Doug, he was in that show you were
I
telling
know,
me about.
I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Who's next?
I have Rose Byrne, who played Helen.
Right? She was in Damages, Neighbors, and Physical,
So
the TV drama.
she played Grace in the remake of Annie,
Yeah.
and she played herself in an episode of The Boys.
Really?
That's what it said.
I mean, okay, so I have not seen The Boys very far in.
Yeah.
I've seen enough butt cheeks, but
I've
haven't
seen all of the clips that I ever need to see to ever know anything I need to know about The Boys, because Jensen, you have a perfect face. Jensen, you are adorable, but you have the weirdest little ass ever. And it's not bad. It's just not what I thought your ass looked like.
The color's a little different.
One's pink when you think it should be brown. No.
Just Teddy
Sorry,
Dip from
Teddy
Bob's
Dip,
Burgers.
No, he's got a cute little behind. It's just not how
Sure.
I pictured it.
Absolutely. I agree.
So, otherwise, yeah, Jensen, all the way. And I don't want to see Jared and Misha in The Boys. Like, everyone's going nuts about it. And
Yeah, I
the
don't
picture,
really
the
have
one
a
scene I
desire.
saw was Jared going and strangling up on Misha. And I'm like, you know what? Why is Misha always their little bitch?
And why is he
fucking
not kissing
time.
him?
Why is he not kissing Jensen again? God damn it. You two motherfuckers. Just get it over with. Smash faces. Okay.
Smush.
I'm going to actually jump ahead here to John Hamm because I want to talk about somebody else.
Okay. So John Hamm was in Mad Men,
Yes, he was.
Baby Driver, and Top Gun Maverick. That's the sequel to Top Gun.
So
in
I
case you
only
don't know.
have him for one thing. Now, keep in mind, he is uncredited in this movie, but we all know who John Hamm is. And if you were listening last week, you heard my clue. He was a teacher, and he taught drama, and Ellie Kemper was his student, which I think is
okay. I did not know
fucking
that.
hysterical.
It's funny because she's not good at drama.
No, she's not.
She's great
She's a
at comedy.
Yes.
So John Hamm failed. He is horrible. No,
And now she's the
he's
thing
is he's funny. He's hilarious. He does a great job. What was the?
I got it. Good Omens. He's
Yeah,
Gabriel
Good
in Good
Omens.
Omens.
He did such a great job in that,
Because he's up against
especially when he loses his memory.
Oh my Lord.
Does a great job in that. Now, I know we don't want to talk about Neil Gaiman stuff too much right now.
No, because fuck him, but yeah.
Yeah, but he did a great job in that show.
You know what? I'm looking at it this way. First season, yeah, that is Gaiman. And what's his name? God, I blanked on his name.
You want me to fill it in for you?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be
Terry
great.
Not
Pratchett. Not Terry Pratchett.
Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. That is Good Omens.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say wrote like the first season.
No. The book is their book, and
Yeah,
it is
I
an
know
amazing
that.
book. And they did fantastic in that first season. It is pretty true to the book. Season 2 and so forth, because we are getting a season 3 now, is
outside their
yeah,
scope.
to me,
Yeah.
it is not. It is a David Tennant, Michael Sheen vehicle is what it is. And that love story,
And that's okay.
because I want to smush those two faces together as well.
Those faces already smushed
They
together.
did,
because
you know that they're so
I love them both. I love them both as people.
Yes, and
Human
people
beings.
as human beings. Freaking David Tennant is such an ally, and I love him so much. And his wife and his family, they're great. And Sheen, he's just this great. His little girl's name is Lyric. I think that is beautiful.
They are all precious cargo.
Is that a beautiful name for a little girl, Lyric?
Yeah.
Okay, now I have one of my favorite human beings too. Again, I don't know much about this guy though. All I know is that he does a story that my students love, and it is Chris O'Dowd. He plays Rhodes, the police officer.
True.
He was in, we know, the IT Crowd.
Right, which has
Problems.
a very problematic writer.
And a couple actors, but
Sure.
also has Matt Berry, so it'll give it a slight bonus point there.
Yeah.
But he was in Mrs. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, one of my favorite book series. Not a great movie, but one of my favorite book series. Played Frank, the barman, I think. But so if you are a teacher or you have small children, you may already know about Storyline Online. Storyline Online was created by the SAG-AFTRA Foundation.
Yeah.
And it is actors who read books to children. And they record them. One of my students' favorites is Sean Astin reading a Terrible Case of Stripes.
Oh, that would be adorable.
It is. You will watch it later.
Oh
Trust
my
me, we'll
God.
watch it later. There, Stella Luna. I mean, there's so many great stories being read by such great actors. But Chris O'Dowd does Arnie the Donut. It is a cute, stupid little story. And with his Irish accent makes it even better. And for some reason, my littles love it. They will ask for Arnie the Donut. Even when I taught high school and special needs classes, those kids loved Arnie the Donut.
Well, that's because Chris
He just
himself,
has a loving,
yeah.
very warm, and his voice is just silly, and he's him.
Yeah.
He's like a silly guy, and he's reading this silly story. So again, I may not know much about Chris O'Dowd, and he might end up being a horrible person, but I don't want to know that. All I know is he reads one of my students' favorites. But again, if you have small children, I totally recommend. It's on YouTube. You can watch them. Storyline Online for free.
Yeah. He also did, after that build-up,
I know.
he did Moon Boy.
Oh, he did Moon Boy. Yeah, I forgot about Moon Boy.
Oh, yeah. Very good. It's that autobiographical nature of it just really like, boy, it hits you. I mean, I just loved it. This is 40. He did that as well.
Yes.
A lot of Judd Apatow in a lot of these you're going to see.
Mm-hmm.
Tends to be a thing.
Yes. And the only reason why I added this young man, he's an adult. I say yes, young man, but he's an adult.
This
he was a
5-year-old
kid
child.
then. So Matt Bennett was on the show Victorious, and the only reason why I added him is because he has a little bit of our kid. Okay. Back right around the pandemic time, when we were coming out of the pandemic, Matt played Robbie on Victorious, and I don't know if he's still doing it, but for a hot minute, he was doing these concerts where he was DJing, and he was like mixing old Nicktoons and songs from like Hannah Montana and Victorious and Disney shows and stuff like that. And our youngest and her best friend went to go see them, and it was like, she was so excited because the first time the concert got canceled due to COVID, and it was a small venue. It was just a big thing in our house at the time when she was so excited about going. And when we were watching the movie, I forgot he played the stepson, Helen's stepson. And then when I saw him, I was like, oh, that's the guy that our daughter went to go see. So yeah, that's why I threw Matt in there, just as a little nod to our kiddo, if she listens, which we probably believe she doesn't. But you never know.
Also, Maya's character is getting married to a man, unfortunately, but it is to him, Tim Heidecker.
Yes.
He did Tim and Eric's awesome show, Good Job, or Great Job, sorry.
Yes.
Not Good Job, Great job, exclamation point. Which I saw many times and still didn't fully understand.
I don't think anybody does.
I think it was, it was good, and that it was like, it seemed very experimental, which I kind of liked. But he's done a lot of different things, Mr. America, Beef House, An Evening with Tim Heidecker.
Yeah.
But he has, I don't think has a single word in this film.
I think
he just stands there for the. He nods. He
Smiles.
does voice acting. Not voice acting. He does emoting, but he doesn't do much else. He always looks surprised. That's the thing about Tim. He always looks very surprised to be there.
It's like, hi guys, I'm just glad you invited me.
He has how to put that? He has border collie energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I get that exactly.
Like, he's just like, he's ready to go, and it seems like no one told him he could.
Okay, that's, no, I like that. We're not sure if we're supposed to be doing a thing.
I don't think we can. Okay, so is that everybody we're going to cover? Because there's so many other people.
I know. This is a massive.
Look it up, people.
Cast.
You have the interwebs. Why are we doing it for you? Stop making us do this.
Because I enjoy talking about the people I talk
That's
about.
why we do it. Never mind. It's fine. Don't use the interwebs. Let us do it for you.
We'll do it for you. So
the next person in this is Tom Cruise, and he was also in. No, I'm joking because you're not going to look it up on the internet. I can say whatever the hell I want. I was in this film as well. So Beth was in this film, and she's trying to cover up the noise from the tissue coming out of the box. And that's fine because I'm good at what I do. I played the lead guitar in the background when Miss Wilson Phillips sang. So I was the lead guitar, not the guitarist, the guitar itself.
I was in the China Phillips costume.
I thought I saw you in there.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it from the back.
Yeah, it was tight.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I'm not built like China Phillips.
She is hard to fit into.
She really is.
That sounded weird.
But she's got a great voice. So
They all have great voices.
I was feeling
it's crazy.
I know.
Okay, and Wilson Phillips was in this film.
They were.
The band themselves, the three ladies who make up
Wilson
and or Phillips.
Well, there's two
Wilsons and a
Phillips.
Which I think was a better band name, honestly. Two Wilsons and a Phillips.
Oh my God. It's funny how much China looks like her mom, though.
I know. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Just
I think
insane.
much taller. Like, is Michelle Phillips tall? I think.
No, I don't think
her dad is tall.
Her dad is tall, probably. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I just went off on a different thing.
I know.
So how did you feel when you first saw this film under your eyeballs?
Okay, so I actually remember watching this with my mom, weirdly. Because my mom said...
Weird.
Yeah. Well, so she was like, you need to see this movie.
It's better than watching Body Heat with your parents, which I did. Ew. We'll get into that later.
Okay, I'm going to vomit now. So, yeah, so my mom was like,
scars.
You got to watch this movie. It is hysterical. And I was like, whatever. And so I was over their house one time, and the kids, we were sleeping over, and the kids were in bed, and she's like, oh, yeah, let's watch this movie, because my mom doesn't sleep at night. And so I end up staying up super late whenever I'm with my mom. And we watched it, and we were laughing so fucking hard. I had tears, and it was like, because it was late at night, and things are so much funnier after midnight. I'm not lying.
Oh, yeah. Hell
so, the funniest movie in the world is that much funnier the first time you watch it after midnight. I knows, trust me, we would wake my stepdad up because my mom and I would be watching like Ellen DeGeneres stand-up, which Ellen is funny, but we would be cackling. And I don't know if it was just the moment or the energy, but
That's because at nighttime, it's like a 5 milligram hit of a gummy. You know?
oh my God, it is. So he would always be like, will you two just be quiet? You know, so we would watch movies and laugh our asses off. And so, again, I had no preconception of going into this movie. I had heard about it, but, you know, especially at that point in my life, I wasn't like actively looking to go see movies.
Right.
And didn't the wedding, no, not Wedding Crashers, what was the male equivalent of Bridesmaids? It was a
Groomsmen.
no. Bachelor party, right?
Bachelor party.
And so,
But this groomsmen would have been awesome.
it wasn't what I meant, but yes, you got that. So I think that movie had come out before.
Sure.
And I really didn't have any interest in seeing that. So I just thought that this was going to be the female version
like the
of it.
remake was going to happen, right?
Yeah. So when she told me about it, I had no idea what I was getting into, as per usual. And this movie floored me. And again, how it goes up and down and up and down.
Yeah.
And between the emotional, and yes, it is awkward. You're watching a movie with your mother, and you may be a grown-ass adult in your 30s/40s, and you're watching this movie, and yet that sex scene in the beginning is still not something you want to sit with your mom watching.
No.
So there's that.
Not at all. So how did you feel?
I felt like, see, this is not is it a feels movie?
I think it is.
I felt like I could relate to Annie, and that's where like I'm gonna like walk away from the comedy part of it, because there's really hard. You made me happy, but it did make me happy. The movie is an overall happy movie, even with the low parts of it. But with the low parts, that's where I really relate to the characters, because I understood what Annie was dealing with. And that was where I had my strongest feels. So for me, it made me feel just very vindictive for her. Like,
Gotcha.
Just like, how could you not see what was happening around you and why the way she was getting treated? Now, her going off the deep end each time was a little bit even more for me than I could ever do, but that's the comedy factor of it.
That's valid feelings.
Yeah.
For me, when I saw this film, I think I was kind of like you. It was bittersweet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a better word for bittersweet that means funny sad.
Man, that's pretty much
or
it,
happy sad.
Because you have these highs and super lows.
It was like it was an oscillating happy sadness.
It's a bipolar movie. It
Sure.
really does, because it's got its manic highs and it's got its low lows, and yeah,
there are definitely some of that in this film, and that's kind of how I felt. I mean, I
it's
think that hits
written
it
to
right
have
on the
that.
head.
I think that's the beauty of how it's written, is you do have, because it does cycle too. You don't have like a lot of sad. You have sad, medium, happy, medium, sad. It goes back and forth. You're going to have these moments where you're thinking, oh shit, everyone is going to figure this out. Oh no. Oh shit, no. And now Annie's sad. And then someone's shitting in a sink. So.
Well, we know the premise of it. We know that it's, about bridesmaids.
Yes.
It's about Maya's character having, her life start.
Yeah.
Essentially, this is like her getting married. She's starting her journey to adulthood, really.
Oh, yes.
Because, yes, they're supposed to be in their 30s in this.
I think so.
So they're all in their 30s, and life is changing for them, for all of them. That is the thing about this film. There are two people that are directs. There are two primaries. But I know that we have, the individual stories within that.
Yes.
That all kind of revolve around each other.
Yes.
All because they're bridesmaids. And that is what I think is great about this film, is that it's not just about the surface level, jealousies that happen because your best friend is now friends with someone else, or because she's expanding her thing and you're losing part of her because she's getting married. Things are going to change, and nobody likes change.
No.
I don't like change.
No.
I know no one likes change. And this is about change. This movie is about changing. It's not just about changing. It's about how you react and how you deal with that change.
And accepting the changes instead of dwelling on them.
But you can accept the change and still not like it. You can
Yeah.
accept the change and still work to make that change different.
Yes. And not give up.
Not every change is going to be positive. Some changes are just bad. And some are out of your control. And a lot of these are out of their control. And Annie in particular,
Yep.
it's out of her control, a lot of it. But strangely, a lot of it was in her control.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed like it wasn't in her control. It was easier to blame other people, to blame her ex-boyfriend for running her business into the ground. But she put her trust in that man, knowing
Exactly.
what that man was like and still trusting him. It is okay to have your boyfriend or husband or significant other. I don't like that word. I don't like significant other. It's the other person you're with. It's your partner.
Yes.
Significant other implies that they're greater than you somehow. And
Well, they're
that's
significant, so they're important to you.
sure, but I think that partner is important.
True.
You know, being a partner, being someone who is your equal is important more than trying to elevate them artificially.
Yeah.
I'm getting off on a divergence here, but I think that Annie puts her trust in people, gets burned, and then it's up to everyone else to pick her back up off the floor. And unfortunately, her best friend is busy getting married, is busy trying to figure things out, and can't just pick her up off the floor for her failing business.
No.
She sympathizes, but this is ultimately something she has to work on.
And here's the thing is that her business failed a few years before the movie starts. So what has Annie been doing for herself between now and then?
But she's like
Waiting for somebody to come along and
she worked so hard to get to that point, to get her business going. And then it all got taken from her. It felt like it was like a punishment.
Yeah.
And then she lost all self-worth.
I mean, and I get that depression level of going into a cave and not wanting to do anything anymore because now, that setback is a blow. But also, I have never had a setback that was my livelihood to that level.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. In the very first part, in the first of the film, you see her...
Oh, her self-worth is so low.
Well, she walks by essentially the body of her failure. That storefront is still there.
Mm-hmm. It's around the corner from where she lives.
And she gets to see it every time she walks by. And she walks by it daily to go to a job she doesn't want to do that her mother got her from a guy in AA, and she's not even in AA.
Because she's never drank.
But, the thing is, I think she's grieving. And the problem is the dead body is right there.
Oh, definitely. She's not getting a chance.
She never gets to walk away from it because that thing is still sitting there. And if you notice in her apartment, her iconery for that bakery is in her apartment.
Oh, yeah.
So she's being reminded all the time, not of the failure. The failure is something that's going to hit, but just of what could have been.
Yeah.
She's grieving the loss, and she keeps grieving it daily. And while she seems to be getting through the days and using her best friends, just like that 30s kind of like let things go to the back of your head and just deal with what's in front of you, that is just a way of ignoring the problem and not dealing with the problem.
Well, you can see that too in the very beginning with her and John Hamm together.
Oh, yeah.
Because she is not enjoying herself.
Oh, she's in the midst of a full emotional breakdown.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she is having sex with this man, and she is not enjoying herself. And he's not really aware of whether or not she's having fun or not. And it's the
I mean, John Hamm is just jackhammering away.
oh my God, it's ridiculous.
He's John Hamming away.
Oh my Lord, the comments that we were making during the movie, during
Cup
that
the
scene.
balls.
Oh my God.
What?
It's just
cup them. Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not even going to get into that one. But yeah, she's obviously not having a good time. And then when she tries to get him to like, well, do you want to go do this? And he's got 1,000 excuses because she's just a fuck buddy to him. He literally says that later on when he pulls up, when her car breaks down. Hey, fuck buddy. So, I mean, you see, she means nothing to him.
But she agreed.
She agreed to this.
She consented to this non-relationship.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
going to say relationship.
No, it's a non-relationship.
He has been very obvious. He has been very forthright. He doesn't want a relationship. She entered into it knowing that.
Oh, yeah.
But she's doing it as punishment to herself. She's punishing herself with this.
That's it. She is punishing herself because you only do something like that to yourself if it is something that you truly, you're also wanting a completely no strings attached relationship, or you are self-sabotaging yourself. You are trying to make yourself miserable because you don't feel like you deserve anything better, which is why she sabotages her relationship with Rhodes when they do hook up. She sabotages it because she won't talk to him. She won't respond to him.
Well, and she sees Lillian as a reflection of the things she didn't get.
Oh, yeah, and her failures.
She loves her.
Loves her to pieces.
That's her best friend. She loves her, but there is this underlying jealousy. And I think you'll see it in not the jealousy itself, but every woman in this movie has a story.
Oh, definitely.
That is in some ways untold, in some ways it's hinted to, and some you just get their outright story.
Yes.
And I think that with Lillian, you see what you're supposed to see.
Oh, yes. You don't know other than what she's telling you between her and Doug, because you never see her and Doug together.
But you never see any other part other than just her as the best friend to Anne or to Annie.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the bride.
Yes.
You don't get to go too much past that because that's where it comes in later, is the deeper part of that.
Yes.
So for now, at the first part of the movie, you're only getting the best friend they have brunch with, because that's what girls do in movies. They have brunch together or whatever.
Yeah.
They,
and with Lillian, also, she's kind of riding that wave of being pampered and being the bride. And there is, that center of attention.
Sure.
She's marrying into a family with a lifestyle where they have an engagement party. I did not have an engagement party. We said, "Hey, Ma, got engaged." But I mean, you didn't. We poor. You don't have engagement parties when you're poor, or you just think you is bougie. I mean,
well, that's another aspect too. Is Annie's poor?
Mm-hmm.
She's broke. She lost everything. She's barely.
She can barely make her rent, and that's 3 people living in an apartment.
She can't really make the rent.
She really can't make the rent.
And then this whole movie is about
money.
A party that she can't afford. Everything is a party that she can't afford.
Because Helen is I want to be the best friend. Helen is the friend that she makes, that Lillian makes as an adult. Granted, it's because their husbands are whatevers. I think boss or coworker or something like that. But Helen has more money than she knows what to do with. She doesn't have children. She has stepchildren who hate her. So what is she going to do? She's going to dote on the person who she feels she can impress with that money. And I'm not saying that she's trying to impress Lillian, but who the hell buys somebody that you are just friends with a trip to Paris, gets them the designer to design the dress for them, knows the people at the bridal shop? She's using her affluence to earn the respect of the bridal party, but all it's doing is making Annie feel more alienated, and kind of, whether anybody else is even noticing, like if Annie did not get as upset about things as she does, I don't think anybody would even notice that Helen is doing that. They would be like, oh, we're all having fun.
Well, that's the thing. She's using it as a stand-in for the time it takes to be a friend.
Yes.
And the moments that it takes.
Yeah, she's not taking the time to build a relationship.
I mean, it's something I had to learn about friendship. It took me a long time, and I was in my mid-30s before I decided to actually listen to the other humans around me. Is that you have to actually dedicate time and effort to being friends. It's not something that just happens. You may get the initial spark of friendship, but in order to actually be friends, and I'm friends with some of the best people in the world that I met at Best Buy in the 90s.
Yeah.
And we are still friends today, and we're still good friends. And I think that type of thing took effort.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize you had to put effort in. I kept wondering why my friends weren't as close as I wanted them to be. It's because I didn't put in the effort it took.
Yeah.
And then I started putting in the effort. And it feels artificial at first because you just haven't done it before. It's like walking.
Yeah.
Like learning to walk is artificial until you actually start doing it. And this is the easiest thing in the world to do for most people.
Yes.
But I think that Annie is so casually friends with Lillian that Helen doesn't know how to be friends with someone without using her money. She doesn't have that effortlessness of growing up with Lillian.
Yeah.
She didn't have that. And she desperately wants to be friends with someone. And honestly, I think that this movie showcases the idea of making friends with someone you didn't intend to. Because I think, and I really, and my headcanon is that Lillian and Annie become close friends not because of Lillian, but because they put in effort towards each other in the end.
Oh, you mean like Lillian and, not Lillian, Annie and Helen?
Annie and Helen. Did I say Lillian? I'm sorry. Helen and Annie put in the effort.
Oh, yeah. And then when they have that shared experience of trying to get Rhodes' attention. That's a shared experience.
Stupidity.
Oh,
I mean, who doesn't have friends they've done stupid shit with? And literally, in this film, everybody shit with each other.
Oh, my God. Well, not Helen. She didn't eat
Not
the meat.
Helen, but everybody. I mean, that's a bonding experience. Those ladies went through a battle.
They didn't just shit together. They vomited together.
They vomited. They shat.
It came out both ends. We checked the ballistics.
I mean, it was bad. And, you don't go through those experiences without forming a bond of some kind. I really do think that that's where we get some of that interaction later on in the film.
Oh, yeah.
It's there because those bad moments happen. And friendships are based on getting through bad moments together just as they are as sharing good moments together. And I think they're equal. And I think Paul and one of the other two writers they're very good at seeing those moments as being needed to fulfill the role of friendship.
Oh, definitely.
You can't have it all as a good thing. So if Helen was just Lillian's friend by always buying things, she's just a bank. She's not a friend.
No.
She's just someone you put up with so you can go to Japan.
Yeah.
Like a new girl.
Yeah, a new girl.
But in this instance, I think they get to go so much deeper in the fact that they have these, and there's not that many misadventures in this. This is not like The Bachelor Party.
Yeah.
So this is very much its own movie. It has an ensemble. It is about a wedding, but it has a different course that it takes to get there.
Yeah. It does have more of an emotional strain through it than just the crazy, stupid shit that happens in Vegas. So what I appreciate is we have dynamics in this wedding party where you've got the, Ellie Kemper's Becca and Wendy McClendon Covey's Rita. You got the older mom, wife, and you've got the newlywed wife. And how they are just funny because they're taking notes, and then like every time Becca is like, I can't wait till I have children and I'm going to be just like, you know, we're going to have this great relationship. And then, you know, Rita's like, I cracked a blanket in half.
Exactly. So Rita is the after. And,
yes.
And Ellie's character is the before. So we have these two dynamics and they're trying to form a friendship around, and they do.
They do.
Form a friendship around their revolving dichotomy of, I don't know what's going to happen, but I have wishes. And the other one saying, you need to
tone it
heed
down.
My warnings. I'm giving you some road signs here to look for.
Just throw a match at it and walk away.
Maybe a little bit pessimistic because not everybody has your life, but you only have your life to go by.
But Becca's not too. I mean, when she was explaining her relationship with her husband, you could tell she wasn't happy about a lot of stuff, and she's the newlywed.
Right.
Yeah. So I like their dynamic, and then we have, you know, the interminable Megan. I mean, she is. You know,
Megan's a character. Megan reminds me of Bear Claw. She got more Bear Claw as the movie went.
I know.
I'm wondering if Josh Gad wrote any of this.
But the thing I love about Megan is that out of all of the women in this wedding party, she is the most self-assured, no fucks given, well-rounded. I mean, yeah, she is uncultured and rough. But she is, and though here's the thing, she's Doug's sister. So she came up in the same affluent world that Doug came up in.
Right, but she's not traditionally pretty.
Nope.
She doesn't fit the misogynistic ideals.
Nope.
And so she took a lot of grief for that. She opens up to Annie about that.
Yeah. She says, I mean, she acts like she doesn't care, but that was years of her cultivating that lack of caring because of the abuse she went through when she was younger.
Wasn't lack of caring, I actually don't think.
No, it's not a lack of caring.
I believe it was an act of self-preservation that she learned to know her worth.
Oh, yes.
So she built up her self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
And that self-esteem carries her through those rough times.
And I think she has the most self-esteem of anybody in that wedding party.
Absolutely. I think that she is definitely the anchor.
So self-assured.
She's the anchor of the group. And yes, she can seem harsh, but I haven't seen anything in the character that didn't show every moment that she loved people, that she loved the people she was around. She instantly became their friend. She accepted it and she moved forward with it without having to be pressed to be someone's friend. Mm-hmm. Whereas Helen tried to buy her way into a friendship.
Yep.
Because that's what she knew.
Yes.
I think Megan was a person who stood there and said, I'm right here, I'm your friend. Mm-hmm. You can choose whether or not you want to be my friend, but I'm your friend. Yeah. And this is why. And she flat out told Annie exactly why. And you could tell that kind of thing hurts.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see it on Melissa's face. You can see that. She knows what it's like.
Oh, yeah, no.
And we all know what it's like to be rejected, to be made fun of.
To not fit in other people's mold. And
sure.
And being found fault because you don't. And it's not your fault that you don't fit in what they expect you to be, but you don't fit into it. Again, that's just that's where I've lost a lot of my self-assurance when it's taken me years to bring a lot of my, confidence back to being I don't care what you think about me person I am now. I still care, but I don't let it bother me as much. The only thing that bothers me now that makes me very angry is parents who talk shit about me behind my back. If you can't tell me to my face, then we have some issues. Oh, no, because I had one do that to me last week, apparently when I was sick.
Okay.
And I'll tell you about it later. I forgot about it until just now. But that's the one thing that really...
We're not going to dish on here.
But that is like the one thing that really makes me angry because I am nothing but open with my parents, with my students.
Be forthright.
Parents. Yeah. Because that's, if they have an issue or they have a request and I don't agree with that request, I explain why. I justify my reasons. And I also have standards and, things I have to follow in a classroom. Right. So again, when this person turns around and says something negative about me, and it wasn't a big deal, it was a little deal, but it was still annoying, Meh.
Right. But so the thing I like about the Bridesmaids are that they are not all friends with each other.
No.
They create friendships within each little microcosm.
Yeah.
So while they are all friends, and it's like any real friend group, like you can have a group of friends and not be really friends with some of them, but you would still go to bat for them because they're in your friend group.
I don't know. I've never had a big friend group.
I have. It is interesting for an autistic person to have a friend group because you're constantly studying the dynamics of every single person's interaction with each other as well as with yourself. And it gets to be quite a strained flow chart to try to keep up with. It's worth it, I think. My way of processing friendships and stuff is to use flowcharts in my head to define what those friendships are because I have to know what they are.
Yeah.
And I have to have a definition for them in some way. And then I have to create those conversation trees so that I can converse with those friends because I have to know their likes and dislikes. It seems like it's a harsh study of someone, but it's what people intuitively do. I have to manually do it.
Well, I know that for me, the only time in my life I think I've ever had more than like one friend at a time was when I was more active in Phi Theta Kappa.
Right.
And I still love some of those people, but are just not close because I am a shitty friend. I don't keep up my end of things. It's not that you're out of sight, out of mind. You're still in mind, but I also don't know how to like open doors to have conversations with people that I don't see every day.
That's the same with me. I saw those people every day when I had the friend group.
Yeah.
They were right there at my apartment all the time because we all hung out.
Yeah.
We were in our 30s. This is much harder now.
Because like the group that I was with, they are, like, especially when I was doing the alumni stuff, they're still very close and they still go out and do things together. And I'm no longer asked. And I'm not upset. And if they're listening, I don't want them to think I'm upset with them. I'm the problem here. I know I am the problem. I have not kept up with keeping in touch with people. And it's, again, I see them on Facebook. I just don't know how to be that friend. So it comes off as me not wanting to be their friend.
Sure.
And it's not that I don't want to. I just don't know how to be a friend because I've only ever had one-on-one friendships my whole entire life.
But these ladies don't know how to build friendships either for the most part. They all are fumbling at being friends except for our two primaries.
Yes, because they were
already friends.
Yes.
They had the option of lifelong friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And they started out very young where they were building those connections to begin with.
Yes.
So outside of that, you have individual ladies who aren't connected really in any certain way, and then they are starting to form a friendship in this bridal party.
Yes.
And I think that's important too, because every milestone in your life can be a chance for a different set of scenarios, a different set of friends. And ultimately, other than the grief and personal growth is what this movie is about.
Yes.
It's saying Bridesmaids. We know this is about Annie. This is a movie about Annie, but it's also about each of these ladies who are trying to figure out their own paths. To a lesser degree, in some ways, you don't get all the airtime that Annie does.
No.
But even Lillian, she has troubles. You just don't know about it. You're not seeing that part because she is kind of in the bubble.
Yes.
So you have the bridal bubble, and it's hard to get through that. And it's hard for them to focus on anything else but that bubble because outside that bubble could be pain.
And I mean, the reality of, and it's something we would talk about throughout the movie. When you're watching this movie, there is a lot of money getting thrown around. Trips and design and, the party decorations and themes. And again, and there are 3 major events, and 4 if you count the failed trip to Vegas. So you got the failed trip to Vegas that Annie could barely afford.
Right.
You've got the before all that, you have the engagement party. You have the bridal shower, which was Parisian themed,
right.
which was totally taken because Annie said something about her loving, Lillian loving Paris.
A childhood memory. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have the wedding itself. And as you're watching this movie, you're just going, oh my God, the money. And so when Lillian has her breakdown at the end and she's hiding in her old apartment, she says the thing, my dad can't afford this wedding.
Right.
And that's the thing is her, she knows that this is going to be a killer on her father to pay for this wedding. But Helen keeps adding more and more stuff without any thought to that. Whether,
she took full control. Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, and that's a problem, again, I have with people is when people are like, oh, let's go do this thing. I don't know if they mean to pay for it or not. If you're inviting me to go somewhere, I don't know if that means I have to pay. So sometimes I say no because I don't want to, I can't afford it or something. Your intention with me needs to be up fucking front. If you want to be my friend and you intend to pay for something, please tell me ahead of time so I don't go, I can't go. Because I'll argue with you and say, no, I don't want you to pay for it. I can't go. But I will most likely give in eventually because you're going to probably push it to that level. Because if I'm going to pay for something for someone, I'll say, no, let's go do it. Don't worry, I got it for you. I got it. So that way that person knows. Don't worry, I want you to come with me. This isn't about you. This is about me paying for you to come with me and have a good time with me.
Right.
I need that on the nose.
Not just assume because I won't get that tell.
No, I won't get that tell. And my anxiety will skyrocket. And then I'm going to tell you, no, I don't want to go. And then again, I become the asshole who doesn't want to do anything. When it's not that I didn't want to do it. I didn't know all of the circumstances at the time. Y'all, I didn't go to my senior graduation because I wasn't going to summer school. And they never told me that I could have walked the stage in the cap and gown so my mother could have had pictures and they would have just given me a blank diploma because they didn't tell me that I didn't go.
Yeah.
Because why would I assume as such?
I know.
It's that, yeah. So again,
people don't communicate.
They do not, and it really makes me angry.
But I think that is kind of the thing is the communication, and this film is actually pretty good.
Oh, definitely.
It takes a while to get there in a lot of cases. And then we have, the Chris O'Dowd of it all.
He's so sweet.
In which it's kind of it's not a meet cute, it's more of a ticket cute.
Yeah.
In which Annie is getting pulled over by the state trooper. It's all very innocuous. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like it's anything but being, a ticket being given. But then he says, you know what? I'm not going to worry about the ticket. He recognizes her as owning that bakery, and he really likes the bakery. And he didn't know the story of why it went down.
No, and she kind of hinted at it a little bit, and he kind of felt bad. And he's like, you know what? Just go get the damn taillights fixed. Here's a card. Here's a guy I know. Give him my name. He really set her up pretty well.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah. He totally did that.
With a Z.
Yeah. So he's a good guy. And then they meet each other later on at a convenience store. So
right.
It was like
so throughout this film,
they bump into each other.
Kind of building this relationship that's still not based in. It's based a lot in reality because people don't talk. They talk, but they're not talking. They're not actually saying the things. And Annie is so used to harboring her grief that she doesn't know how to explain why she can't bake. Yeah. And he doesn't understand because she's not explaining. Because maybe it hurts too much, and that's fine. But he's not trying to make her do something. No. He's trying to give her the space to do it. He believes in her. That is the thing, is he's showing his belief in her, and she utterly doesn't believe in herself anymore.
She makes that one solitary cupcake for herself, and she's staring at it, and then she's just like, fuck it, and she eats it. But she took all that time to make that one beautiful, perfect cupcake to just almost to prove to herself that she could do it, but there was no spark. You could tell. Because I think if she had, when she bakes later on, right, but for him, there's a spark there. She's doing it with a purpose.
With love.
Yes. And when she makes that cupcake, she's trying to see can I do this again? But when she's looking at it, there's nothing there. It's just a thing.
But I think that's the thing is Annie is looking for there to be, that love there every time because that's what she used to always feel every time. But she's just feeling grief in that moment and not love. But those are moments. And she's still holding on to that moment for a really long time and not understanding that you don't have to keep carrying that moment with you. You don't have to carry grief all the time in the forefront. It can still be there, but you have more than one damn pocket. You can have grief in your pocket, put it in the back pocket. Put some hope and some love in the front pocket.
Yep.
Learn to carry both because you can carry more than one thing.
Well, and even if you've got girl pockets, you've got a lot of them because girl pockets are very shallow.
We have pockets in our dresses now.
I know.
So we have secret pockets in our tunics. We have pockets now.
Tuck it in your bra. It's what we used to do.
Get a purse. Get a backpack.
Take all your shit.
Put all your shit in the backpack.
Take it to the shit store.
But what I want you to do is realize you don't have to carry just one thing. You don't have to carry just grief around. You can carry more than that.
Oh, yeah.
And Annie still thinks that's all she has is the one pocket.
It's like
the
she's
one
not
cupcake.
Walked away from. Not so much walked away from. Again, your feelings are valid in how, when things happen to you or you're angry, it's how you treat others. And that others also means yourself.
Right.
And, if you're self-destructive when you are feeling low, it's just as bad as if you were walking into a room and lashing out at the people who don't deserve your anger. And she's doing that to herself. She's sad and she's grieving, but she's angry too. And then she's not dealing with that anger because she's not violently angry, but she is angry with the choices that she's made and the things that she's allowed to happen because that's how she sees it.
Well, that's one of the things that she loses her shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is the first time she's really been angry. And you know what? Good for her.
Oh, yeah. No, granted, was it over the top? Oh, was
it at a bad time?
Yes.
Could she have found a better way to be angry or a better time to be angry? Sure. But there's a breaking point for everyone.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And she has been holding on to this, the unfairness, the unjustness of it, the grief of it. She has literally lost everything and it feels like a death.
Like in everything she does, Helen ups her. So here she's made this beautiful little collage with her memories with Lillian because, again,
which I think was beautiful.
So here is something that gets me because I've done this before. I spent so long and drew a beautiful picture for a friend of mine for their birthday because I was young. I was a teenager and I did not have a job because my job was watching my sister after school. And when I did work, it was with my family on the weekends at their pizza place. So it wasn't like I had a job I had a lot of money coming in. And I spent hours and hours drawing this picture for my friend for her birthday. And she was mad because I didn't buy her something. She said I was not a good friend because I didn't buy her something. And I feel when Annie gives her that collage of their memories, and then Helen ups it with a trip to Paris.
Not that Lillian doesn't love it. She absolutely
Lillian loves it. So unlike my friend, Lillian fucking loves it.
Right. Just want to make that clear.
Yeah. But I understand that opening your heart to somebody and giving them something and then somebody just swooping in. And while it wasn't the same exact situation, I understood that. It wasn't good enough. It was somebody else had to make it better. Had to go do something better than
well,
you.
In the same breath, though, Helen is not, from Helen's point of view, she's not trying to upstage Annie at all. What she's trying to do is be included. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't have any stories.
No.
She doesn't have the background with Lillian to do anything other than to take something that she got. Oh, Lillian likes Paris.
Let me go and
I found that out from her best friend, so it must be true.
Yep.
So I will get her the over-the-top present because that's all she knows. She doesn't know how to just be a friend.
No.
She thinks she has to buy it. And for her, that is what she knows.
Yep.
And so Annie takes that was probably a very sincere gift, which was way over the top, to heart. And she should.
Yeah.
Because everyone has a right to their feelings.
But she didn't need to be freaking out and destroying that party.
It was a lot. It was over the top, but I think that is kind of the way it should be in some cases.
Oh, yeah. And that's where the comedy of it comes in, because if it wasn't over the top,
it would just be
a drama. Yeah.
It would just be a drama about bridesmaids.
Yeah. And so
nobody's shitting in the sink or anything.
And trying to knock over a life-size chocolate fountain that's rooted into the ground. How the fuck did they pull that shit off?
Yeah, but what I want is everyone to acknowledge that Maya Rudolph walks across a busy street. She walks across it in a wedding gown, and she slowly sinks down to shit in the street.
It's happening.
And just the look on her face, she completely sells the moment.
Oh, and if any of you have ever had food poisoning / intestinal issues where you almost don't make it,
or don't make it,
because I'm sorry, any adult that says they've never shit their pants is lying to you. I'm sorry.
I mean, that is true. There's been a couple of tequila nights in which you're like, what just happened?
I mean, I have a story. I'm not even going to embarrass myself and share it. I kind of want to, but I also know I'm going to really hate myself for this one.
Go ahead.
So,
no one knows you.
Okay.
No one has your name.
A few years ago.
I'm not going to publish it.
A few years ago, when I was in public schools, and this was, I think, my first year teaching, I had an IEP meeting, and my stomach had been a mess all damn day. I'd been in and out of the bathroom. Fortunately, my bathroom is literally around the corner. So my kids leave. My last kid leaves, and I'm going to run to the bathroom super, super quick before the parents get here so I can go and do this IEP. And I open the door, and now I had this group of desks that sat in the hallway in front of my classroom. And there is an adult sitting there, and it is the school psychologist. Literally scared the shit out of me because I didn't expect there to be a human being there.
Oh, no.
And then I sneezed. So I see her there, and then I went, Achoo! And I went, fuck, because it came out.
No, I know the story, but I'm still I'm sympathizing.
So I clench, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, go ahead, sit in the classroom. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to run to the bathroom. And I run to the bathroom, and I clean it up as quickly as I can. I empty the tank as best as I can, and I clean up as best as I can. And then I go to my desk, and I always keep blankets on the back of my chair, and I, not so subtly, maybe subtly, pull the blanket down so that's what I'm sitting on and not my seat. And I have to run an IEP meeting with a shit stain on my ass. Thank God I was wearing black pants.
I'm laughing, but yeah.
Oh, and then I had to make sure I had a plastic bag to put in my car. Thank God I didn't have to go back through the building to leave the classroom. Otherwise, that would have been mortifying. I just kept hoping that nobody could smell it, even though I did my best to clean it up. It was so bad. I was in my 40s, people. But it happens. I have very bad tummy issues. And when my tummy gets bad and I didn't expect her to be sitting there, and it scared me. You know, like when you don't expect, was it this morning or yesterday morning? I turned the corner and you were in the bathroom, and I knew the light was on, that you would be standing there. But also I jumped out of my skin.
Yeah.
Because I really fully didn't expect you to be there. So, yeah. Don't let an adult tell you they've never shit themselves, because they're lying. And if you have not shit yourself as an adult, yeah, will at some point.
So I was at work one day.
Yes.
I think you may or may not know about this. I had the flu.
Mm-hmm.
I'd had it for a couple of weeks. It was really bad.
Yeah.
And I had to go back to work, and I was still sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to work. I went in that morning, and I was walking. I'd just gone through. We have checkpoints where I have to scan, and I scanned in, and I was going by the bathrooms, and I coughed because it's a racking cough, the flu racking cough, and I was coughing, and my stomach was already in turmoil because I had to come in, and I was sick, and I was not happy, and everything else, and it
happened.
It happened. And so I rushed to the bathroom, which in the mornings, there's a lot of people. And I don't know if everyone is aware, but men's bathrooms are fast in, fast out, unless the stalls are closed. Women don't get that option.
Oh, no, they linger.
We don't have urinals. We have stalls, and there's 3 for 100 and something women.
Mm-hmm. And women linger too in the bathroom.
And we linger and we talk. And I had to go in there. There was one area open and people were filing in behind me, waiting. And I had to change out of that underwear and then quietly dispose of it. Because what else was I going? I couldn't carry it out.
I couldn't even do that because I had the bathroom, it was like one of those just one person bathrooms. So if I had left anything behind, they would have known.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is you could hear.
Well, we had the bags for the feminine products. We had the bags. I used that and threw it away in the main trash can out of the bathroom. I just carried it with me.
We didn't even have that. Oh my God. And all I could think of was like if she had actually, because she didn't actually go in my classroom. She waited out there. But if she had, because my TA and I used to joke around about how we could hear each other through the wall. It's a cinder block wall. Yeah. You couldn't actually hear anything. You could hear the kids when they were being loud in the like when I was in the bathroom, and I would come back and I'd be like, I could hear you in there, y'all. You were being way too loud for Miss blah, blah, blah. But you could always hear when the toilet was flushing. Like when they had a water problem, we could always hear that problem. But yeah, you couldn't actually hear. But all I could think of is you're hearing me go. It was like the worst.
Oh yeah, no, it can be bad, and it's embarrassing for everyone. But it's a thing. It's a natural thing, and it happens to everyone.
Oh God. And I try to start that with the littles too, because they're 4 and 5 years old, and somebody burps or farts, and it's immediately the funniest thing on the planet, and you're like, everybody burps, everybody farts, let's get over it.
Yeah.
Everybody, you do it, I do it. Everybody poops, everybody pees. I try to take the stigma off of words.
Right, but everyone does it, and then we have, in the movie, what I really liked about the way that this is written and the way that it's acted is that they don't keep razzing each other about it.
No.
They might bring it up, but it's a matter of fact. And it's not played, it's in the moment played for comedy. But after it happens, they only allude to, I'm so sorry that, it's Annie feeling like she did something. Oh, yeah. It
was her idea to go to this Brazilian restaurant. Right. Now, I want to put a disclaimer here. There is nothing against Brazilian restaurants. I have been to a couple who I have loved, and I actually want to go back for more. But this personal Brazilian restaurant It was sketchy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm only mentioning it because they did specifically say it was a Brazilian restaurant, and I don't want people to think that Brazilian food is amazing in those Brazilian restaurants.
It wasn't about it being Brazilian. It was about it being a sketchy restaurant.
Yeah.
Not.
Because we've been talking about that a lot lately. I keep bringing it up. So I forgot about this movie when we were, when we were going to do it. I forgot about the Brazilian restaurant. And recently, we've been talking about that at work. My TA and I were like, Brazilian food. I could really go for some Brazilian.
You better not go to a Brazilian restaurant without me.
I mean, she knows where there is one. I'll have to find out where it is.
I'll be very upset. But yeah, so they only allude to it happening. They don't razz each other for having the issues, which is different from what a movie with men in it would be.
They would be making fun of each other for the whole entire movie. Megan references crapping in a sink, but she's being more self-deprecating towards herself, and a kind of a, I'm not perfect. Look, I took a shit in a sink,
Yeah, but she's not even self-deprecating. No. She's saying literally, I took a shit in a sink. You deal with the things that happen and you move on.
I think often Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I feel that so much.
And honestly, I'm sorry, but none of that compares. Even just the
Ellie Kemper
wonderful
puking on the back of Wendy's head.
That's the worst part. It's not even the shitting in the sink or the shitting in the street. The shitting in the street is a very public and a very visceral, like embarrassment that
Don't
you
you
can have.
shit in that dress.
But she's doing it. She's shitting in the street. But it's the throwing up on the back of someone's head.
Whose head is in the toilet.
Is so relatable, I think, to a bunch of kids. Because I say kids, but if you're 20s and 30s, you've puked. And if there's enough of you that are drinking heavily and then you puke, somebody's going to puke in someone's hair.
Yeah. See, I never let myself drink that much. So, I like to drink when I was younger, but I never drank to the point of puking.
My thing is, who with long hair doesn't pull their hair back before they start puking in a toilet?
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Don't leave your hair out like that. That's crazy.
You and I have you weren't actually physically in the bathroom with me, but you were in the hospital with me when I went for my ultrasound with our oldest, and how I drank more water than I was supposed to because they said to drink, I forget like how many tumblers, and we had these gigantic pink tumblers, and I basically waterboarded my kidneys. And then I ate potato chips with ketchup because that was my thing, and I had peaches, canned peaches. And when we got to the hospital, I'm like bubbling over, and I've got to throw up, and we're waiting for them to call me back. But yeah, I ran to the bathroom. And I had just enough time to my hair was very long back then, to pull my hair back. And then I projectile vomited and I missed the toilet.
I totally missed.
And I felt so bad.
Well, it's because they don't give you a reticle to aim with.
I could not aim. And so needless to say, I had to get somebody to come clean it up. But I was mortified of my potato chip and peaches.
Yeah, but nobody was
high levels of water.
It's a hospital. People understand.
Yeah, I know. It's just, it was so disgusting.
Of all the things to come out, that was probably the least worst.
Probably. And then I saw my baby for the first time. So, there was that.
There you go.
So, yeah. How does this movie make you feel now?
I think it makes me feel the same, but deeper.
I think I see it on a deeper level now. As much as I appreciated the ups and downs, I was kind of closed to the emotional part of it. I was more into the comedy of it.
I think what clinched it for me and the biggest part of it for me was when Megan laid it out for Annie.
No, that's the beautiful part.
I think before I was seeing all the goofs and the shitting in the sink and the airport where they get arrested by the air marshal who ends up being Megan's beau then.
Yeah, real life husband.
Right. But I think that, it hit me so much deeper with Megan laying it all out. And it's like, that's really right. That's really on the nose for a lot of things that you can infer a lot from this.
Yeah.
And it's really about your self-esteem. Instead of living in grief, learn to live in different avenues. You don't have to live in just one mode.
I think like when I saw it the first time in that scene, definitely it hit me, but I felt it was more like Megan, I'm your friend, kind of urkling it to be her friend.
Right.
But now I see it as the genuineness of what it was intended, because I think I definitely, because of the person that I am now compared to the person that I was then, I feel like I'm more like socially, emotionally evolved from that person.
Well, yeah.
So I can look at a scene like I can see that scene and go, oh no, she's teaching her how to, that again, your feelings are valid, but what we do with our emotions towards the world around us is the key. So yeah, no, definitely I get that. And I feel definitely stronger, and I feel it is a much better movie than I remembered it being. We were going into this literally picking it because we remembered it, at least for me, as being a funny and entertaining movie.
Right.
And now I'm remembering that it is so much more. And now it's time for the stitch count. We're going to run this movie through the Castellini test, our inclusivity and gaze, lens, and the Tremors gold standards. We're going to tug on it. We're going to pull on it. Maybe run it through the washing machine a few times and see, does this movie hold up or is it going to fray at the edges?
Nice. Let's go with the Castellini test first.
Yes.
There have to be at least 2 named women characters with at least 5 lines of dialogue each.
Oh, well, we don't even have to, because everybody has a name and they all have at least 5 lines of dialogue. We got Annie, we have Lillian, we have Rita, we have Megan, we have Becca.
Yeah.
Helen.
So I think there's plenty there.
Yes.
Let's narrow it down a bit. Those characters must have a conversation, not necessarily with the other woman, either not about their partner or with their partner, future or current, and not about their relationship.
I mean, and that happens all through the movie, because while they do talk at times about Annie's poor choices with Ted or Lillian, because in the beginning Lillian was concerned about Doug. Turned out he was being sketchy because he was going to propose. But mostly they talk about the plannings of the wedding, the planning of this part, and doing it's really all Lillian-centric conversations / the moments when it isn't.
There are a few moments in which they're talking about relationships of a romantic nature.
Yeah.
And I think that is okay. So,
I think
the
the people who talk
passes.
about relationships the most are Rita and Becca.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, because they're very centered upon those relationships.
Yeah. We don't really learn much about Doug, and we don't learn anything about Helen's husband.
True enough. At least one of the women has to be integral to the plot, meaning that if she were written out of the film, it couldn't reach the same ending.
Oh, well, yeah, because, I mean, Lillian would still get married if Annie wasn't there, but it would have been a little bit smoother. I definitely...
Without Lillian, none of this would be there.
Yeah, well, without Lillian and without Helen, then Annie wouldn't be having half the breakdown she's having, and probably would not have come through the other side, because, and without Megan, then without Megan, then Annie would not have had her moment of enlightenment.
To talk to Lillian to help her get through this moment.
Yeah, or even try to talk to Rhodes again.
I think that in order to get this ending, at least 4 of the women had to be in this film.
Oh, definitely.
So, yeah, I think that passes.
Okay, passes to Castellini for 1
nice.
point.
Let's look at inclusivity and gaze. And that is an on or off situation. It either passes or it fails.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 4 of them.
Yep.
Racial diversity with agency, not just background.
Well, I mean, here we go. Maya Rudolph she is biracial. Her father is, in the movie, he's black. It's not great, but it is represented.
Sure. It's not, it has agency.
It does have agency.
She has agency in the film.
So here's the thing, is nobody is commenting that she is black or that her father is black. It is never even addressed.
And it's not just background.
No, they are part of the rest of the cast. They're part of the rest of the environment. And they're not other.
Right. It's not a wide net, but the net that's there is fairly strong.
Yes.
LGBTQ presence that isn't a punchline or tragedy.
There's none. LGBTQ presence.
No, there's none. Well, I say there's none. But
there is. That's the one scene. The experimental drunken kiss on the airplane.
Right.
Because Rita says that everybody should have their experimental college years.
Sure. It's not a punchline or a tragedy.
No, they're just kissing.
It could be some bi.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if I want to give it a point, but I'm not going to not give it a point. Does that seem weird?
It's there, but also, I mean, it's not like, here's the thing, it's not a punchline, you're right. It's not a punchline. It's not there to titilize. It is there because it's
comfort.
They're comforting each other. They're drinking and they're complimenting each other. One is saying how she wishes she was still like her, and the other one is going, "No, you're beautiful, you're fantastic." And it's feeding into to Rita's need to hear these things about herself. So
let's not give it a point it is a comfort thing. It's a friend thing. And and that's okay.
Okay.
So we'll just not give it a point for that.
Okay.
Age, body type, or disability treated with dignity.
Yeah, because nobody says shit about Helen.
No.
And she's a big woman.
Megan?
Not Helen. I'm sorry, Megan. And Megan is a big girl because, if you know Melissa McCarthy, she's a little bit thicker. And that's fine.
And no one's ages really enter into this.
No.
Their body types, no disabilities that I know of. But...
No disabilities that I know of, but definitely. Though she does mention the pins in her leg.
Sure. Okay, so that'll get a point. Camera gaze, not relentlessly sexualized or punitive.
Definitely.
Even in this film, in which it could very easily be.
Even those sex scenes
were not punitive.
No.
And they weren't relentlessly sexualized. They were sexualized in the point that it was contact.
Yeah, they were having sex.
But even so, it was done without, trying to make her seem more than what she was.
No.
And it still conveyed the sense that everyone that's involved in the sex scene is dissatisfied in some way. He is blindly satisfied, but he's not being emotionally fulfilled with it.
No.
And she is not. She's not getting anything out of this except punishing herself.
No, exactly.
Being jackhammed.
And then later on,
John Hammed.
But I like when she's talking about, when they're talking about, dicks. And then she's like, what is that? And she's like, well, I can't make it round. I've got elbows.
Trying to make the balls, I guess?
No, I think she's trying to make like a dick head out of her body. She's like, but I can't because I have elbows. I'm like, okay.
All right, so let's go to the Tremors Index and see where it rates with the Tremor scale. So we can either have 0 at below Tremors or 4 exceeds Tremors. Where do you think it lands on this?
Let me see. I want to say 1. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. This isn't a dynamic movie where, Tremors has got action. And while this has something...
Yeah, but I think let's look at it a little bit. Let me explain to you why I think it's a 2.
I'm actually... Sorry. I glanced over it. I'm like, you know what? I think I jumped the gun on that answer.
Well, I'm going to say it's a 2, and I'll tell you why, and let's see if you agree with that.
Okay.
So 2 is a Tremors adjacent. It's solid, respectful, functional. Diverse characters are allowed to be good at things. Survival and problem solving matter more than ego, and no one is diminished to make someone else look cool. And I think that is quintessentially what this film is about. No one is being diminished, not purposely at all. The women are not competing with each other. They're only seen as competing because they're withholding.
True.
No one is the bad guy. There's not a bad guy in this film. So if you're looking for a bad guy to be an antagonist, it's society, which is causing the problems because women have lost some of the ability to communicate because they live in a patriarchy.
That is true. And we tend to do what is expected of us based on those patriarchal. Now I forgot the second word I was going to use.
That's okay.
There you go.
So that's my thing. I think it's Tremors adjacent.
Yeah.
No one's diminished. Survival. Problem solving. Megan is a problem solver.
She is a problem solver. Yeah, because I think if we go gold standard, I think it's a little bit too much. I think you're right. I think I was undershooting it with the partial competence. It has definitely got more than just, the inclusive instincts, but uneven follow through. It has inclusivity. Does it need more of inclusivity in race? Yes. Does it need more inclusivity?
Wow. No, I think I'm going to change my mind. I think you're right. I think it hits the gold standard.
Gold standard, you think?
Okay. Look at the levels on it.
Okay.
Competence is distributed across gender, age, class, and personality.
Which it
Despite
does.
the fact that Annie is poor.
That's true.
And the others aren't, she's still seen as competent.
Yep.
Women make critical decisions without comment or apology.
That is true.
The narrative assumes equality and moves on. No one's being talked down to because they're women.
Nope, you're right.
And survival requires cooperation, not dominance. None of the women are trying to dominate each other.
They are at first, but once Helen and Annie start working together, that's the cooperation.
Right, and that's how they get through their moments.
Yeah. Oh, shit. It is a Tremors
Gold standard. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I regret saying that. But yes, I'm very happy with the gold standard. So that's...
3 points?
Yeah.
Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 9.
7 out of 9 is our Stitch count.
That is our Stitch count. I am excited about that because we haven't had a good one in a while.
I'm very happy about that because this is a good film.
It is a good film. And it
we've
is a
gone
feminist movie.
very long into this episode. But you know what? There's a lot of things. I'm going to edit some of this down, but I'm not taking out most of it.
No.
So it's still going to be very long for you, but that's okay. You're working or you're gardening or you're chopping someone into little bits in a room that is completely plastered with those disposable tarps, and you're looking for a way to get rid of the body, but you're listening to us, and that's what matters.
And sometimes you need a long podcast to get through those tough, grisly bits.
This is that podcast. Because, I mean, we made it long on accident.
Exactly.
So that's where we do things.
There you go.
That's how we are, long-winded people.
It's how we do. So.
I'm going to stop saying so.
Okay, I know because I say it all the time. So. Okay, if you would like to watch The Bachelor. No, it's not The Bachelor. Oh my God.
If you'd like to watch The Bachelor, you can, but you should watch Bridesmaids.
You should not watch The Bachelor because honestly, people vying for each other's affections based on TV reality standards is kind of sick. But you do you, boo. Okay, if you would like to watch The Bridesmaid. No.
Multiple.
If you would like to watch Bridesmaids, guys, it's been a long week.
It's okay. Just hit it again. I'm going to beep it.
Okay, please.
I'm not going to edit it out, but I will beep it for you.
Okay, thank you. If you would like to watch Bridesmaids, you can catch it on YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Fandango at Home, and Amazon Prime for $3.99 to rent.
Great. I want to thank all of you for joining us for Bridesmaids. That was in 2011 when we did that. It's been Cozy Quilt Cinema. You're with Beth and Michelle. Still here. It's still us. We loved having you with us always. We want you to hang out with us all the time. We want to be in your house. We want to see what you have in the fridge. We want to go through your drawers. I mean, yeah, we do. I'm nosy.
I want to see what your mama sewed for a quilt.
That's true. We want to look at your quilts.
Do you have one of those really cool cashmere ones?
That's true.
Yes.
So things might not always go exactly your way, but in a movie that pulls you out of your problems for a while, you already knew the song, able to sing every word, and it asked you to hold on for one more day. And you know what you did? You held on for one more day. And things will go your way. If this moved you, if it made you laugh, made you want to turn around and say goodbye, keep those feelings going. Follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Cozy Quilt Cinema, or send your feedback and personal reflections to, you guessed it, cozyquiltcinema@gmail.com. You can always find our episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, just like the place that you found it now. Please consider subscribe. No, I'm not saying that. Subscribe. Leave a rating. You have to do something so that we know you're even out there. Is anyone out there?
Our cat is going to die if we don't feed him. And if we can't make money at some point, he's never going to get fed. And his little face.
It's so scraggly.
It is. He's been beaten up by his baby sister. Oh.
So, yeah. So please help Baby Cheese, who...
Blue regard the chunky.
Is no longer a baby. He's very large.
He's the old man cheese now.
But if he doesn't get food, he will get cranky and he may hurt someone.
With his nails that he never retracts.
Thank you, everyone. This has been great. You smell like pine needles and you have a face like sunshine.
So next week's episode, Here are your clues. One of the actors in this film, not a main character, but a background character of sorts, but quite a famous actor, would go around the local town, carding people at the bar, greeting people at the Walmart, and sometimes visiting their homes to have coffee. Another person in this movie, another actor, not another actor, because I'm reading with my glasses on and I shouldn't do that. This movie was originally written to be a serious science fiction thriller, but the director, who is known for his comedies, he brought in other writers to make it more of a Ghostbusters-like film, and the original writer was like, dude, I can dig with this, and he hung on and stuck with the writers, even though he wanted it to originally be a thriller. So this was a little bit of an obscure movie we often make references to. But before we go, I want to also say, please go check out our other podcast, which recently we did like we did to Cozy Quilt and had a kind of an overhaul.
Because we're bad at naming podcasts.
We really are. So our formerly known as Folkloric is now between Myth and Belief. I think it fits our brand a bit more.
So we have CQC and we have BMB. There's like a theme going on somehow.
So, until next time, my friends. Shit in the street.
I had to crack a blanket.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Here's a friend standing directly in front of you trying to talk to you, and you choose to talk about the fact that you don't have any friends.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't think you want any help. I think you want to have a little pity party.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Annie wants a little pity party. Is that what you want?
Ow!
You're an asshole, Annie.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
You're an asshole. I'm Life, huh?
Oh.
Life bothering you?
Yes,
oh, I'm Life,
what are you
Annie.
doing?
I'm Life, Annie.
What
Oh,
are
no.
you
You
doing?
better fight
What
back,
are you,
Life.
Megan?
You better learn to fight because Life will. Yeah? Life is gonna. I'm Life, and I'm gonna bite you in the ass.
Ow! Ow!
It's not me. I'm your life. Turn over.
God!
Trying to get you to fight for your shitty life. And you won't do it. You just won't do it. You stop slapping yourself. Stop slapping yourself. I'm your life, Annie. I'm your shitty life. Ow! Sorry. Nice hit. All right. I'm glad to see you got a little bit of spark in you. I knew that Annie was in there somewhere.